Okay, so as a founder, you're probably a pro at generating revenue. You know how to make money come in the door. But let me ask you this. Are you a pro at turning that revenue into real, long-term wealth? Because, that's a whole different skill set. So today, we're breaking down 5 essential steps to build a powerful engine for your savings and create true, sustainable riches for your business.
Look, I get it. Every single entrepreneur faces this dilemma, right? Do I pour every last dollar back into the business to chase growth, or do I pull back and build up a cash reserve? It can feel like you have to choose one or the other, but here's the secret. It is a false choice. With the right strategy, you can absolutely fuel your growth and build a powerful financial safety net at the exact same time. So here's our game plan. First, we're going to set a rock-solid foundation. Then we'll dive into mastering the lifeblood of your business, your cash flow. From there, we'll talk about building your business's financial reputation, forging a super important partnership with your bank, and finally, pulling it all together to plan for truly profitable growth. These 5 steps, they're going to take you from feeling stressed about money to being in complete strategic control.
All right, let's jump in. Step 1, setting your financial foundation. Now, this isn't the sexiest part of being an entrepreneur, I'll admit, but I promise you it is the most critical. Because without this bedrock in place, everything else you try to build on top of it, well, it could just crumble.
The first rule, the golden rule, is so simple. You have to separate your personal and business finances. They have completely different jobs. Think about it. When you mix them, you're just creating a tangled mess for your records, you're making your taxes way more complicated, and this is the big one. You're putting your personal assets at risk if the business gets sued. So, opening a separate business bank account, that's not just a suggestion, it is your first line of defense.
Once you have those separate accounts, you can start building some really disciplined habits. And you should think of every single one of these actions as a building block for your reputation. Paying your bills on time tells everyone you're reliable. Reconciling your accounts regularly shows you're on top of your game and protects you from costly errors. You see, these aren't just chores. They are the daily practices that define a healthy, professional business that people actually want to work with. This quote really just gets right to the heart of it. Your bookkeeping isn't just about crunching numbers. It's the language your business speaks. It's how you can have an honest conversation with yourself about what's really working and what isn't. And it's how you tell a clear, compelling story to the banks and investors you're going to need on your side to grow.
Okay, so with that foundation in place, we can move on to step 2, mastering your cash flow. If bookkeeping is the language, then cash flow, well, that's the day-to-day conversation. I want you to think of yourself as a traffic director, actively managing every single dollar that moves in and out of your business.
So what even is cash flow? It's really simple. It's the net amount of cash coming in versus the cash going out. That's it. But it is the absolute lifeblood of your operations. Here's a scary truth. You can be profitable on paper and still go out of business if you run out of cash to pay your bills. Understanding that difference is absolutely crucial.
Now, the great thing about cash flow is that you're in control. There are so many levers you can pull. You can boost the cash coming in by increasing your prices or invoicing in a way that gets you paid faster. You can slow down the cash going out by cutting expenses or negotiating for more time to pay your suppliers. Every single one of these is a powerful tool in your financial toolbox.
And knowing what not to do is just as important. First off, never use sales tax money as a short-term loan. That money was never yours to begin with. Second, if you're in a tough spot, don't hide from your loan officer. Communication is your best friend. And finally, please avoid the 2 biggest traps that sink so many businesses: overestimating how much money you'll make and underestimating how much things will cost. You have to be brutally honest in your projections.
Okay, let's keep it moving. On to step 3, building your business credit. This is where you start to create a financial reputation for your company that is totally separate from you personally. This isn't just about a score, it's a powerful asset that literally unlocks the door to your future growth.
Now, while the end goal is to have separate business credit, your personal credit is usually where it all starts. Lenders need to see that you're financially responsible, and a strong personal score, ideally 750 or higher, that's the key that opens the door to your very first business loan or credit card.
Building business credit is a very deliberate process. It all starts with that separate bank account we talked about. Then you get a business credit card, and you use it responsibly. You can even establish credit with your suppliers who will report your good payment history. But the golden rule, the absolute non-negotiable: pay every single business bill on time every single time. Each one of those on-time payments builds on the last, creating a strong, independent credit profile for your business. And why do we care so much about this? Why does it matter? Because strong credit isn't just a number. It's your ticket. It gets you better loan terms, higher credit limits, and it gives you the power to say yes when a massive opportunity comes your way. It is financial power, plain and simple.
Step 4 is where we shift from systems and numbers to people. It's about forging a banking partnership, and I really want you to notice that word, partnership. This is not just about having a place to put your money. It's about changing your mindset from just making transactions to building a real strategic relationship.
Building a relationship with your banker is just like anything else. It doesn't happen overnight. You should go meet your banker long before you ever need a loan. Check in with them every quarter. Tell them about your wins and be honest about your challenges. When they actually understand your journey and your business, they stop being just a service provider and they become an advocate fighting in your corner. Let's just bust some common myths right now, because these ideas stop way too many founders, especially Black and brown entrepreneurs, from getting the capital they deserve. The reality is, community banks want to lend to small businesses. You don't need a perfect credit history to get started. And there are affordable, flexible options designed specifically for you. Please do not let these myths hold you back.
At the end of the day, you really should see your banker as a key advisor. They have knowledge, they have contacts, they have strategic guidance that goes way beyond just processing deposits. If you treat them like a valuable member of your team, they can become one.
And that brings us to our final step, Step 5, plan for profitable growth. This is where we tie it all together. Your solid foundation, your masterful cash flow, your strong credit, your key relationships, all of it comes together into a forward-looking strategy. The heart of this final step is your business plan. But please, don't think of this as some stuffy, formal document you only write for lenders. It's your story. It's the roadmap that makes your vision clear, it outlines your strategy, and it proves that you've thought through how you're actually going to turn that vision into a financial success. Now, when lenders read that story, they're looking at it through a specific lens. It's called the 5 C's of credit. They look at your character and your credit history, basically your track record. They're going to assess your capacity. Can your cash flow actually repay the loan? They'll look at collateral, any assets you can pledge, and they'll evaluate the market conditions. Your business plan needs to show that you're strong in all 5 of these areas.
And the best part is, you do not have to do this alone. There's this incredible network of free resources out there, like the Small Business Administration, SCORE, and local small business development centers. They offer expert mentors and tools to help you build a really powerful, convincing plan. Seriously, use them.
So there you have it, 5 clear strategic steps. You set your foundation, you master your cash flow, you build your business credit, you forge a real banking partnership, and you plan for profitable growth. This is the framework for building true, lasting wealth in your business.
So let's end with this one question. You've already done the hard part. You've proven you can create a business that generates revenue. Now, what's your plan to turn that revenue into real, lasting wealth? Take these 5 steps, put them into action, and go build the financial future that you deserve.